Minecraft is a sandbox game, which means that you can build and do whatever you want in your Minecraft world. That includes, possibly, making a treehouse. Because, I mean, really, why wouldn't you want to make a treehouse? So right here, I am going to show you how to make a treehouse in Minecraft with a jungle tree, a really wide one. So just to start, I used vines to get up there because it looks more natural than ladders, and it just kind of blends in. And as you can see, I'm using all acacia wood, not acacia wood, jungle wood, and just a bit of glass. So everything you see is just like torches and then acacia wood. Not acacia wood. I keep saying acacia wood. It's not. It's jungle wood. But as you can see, it's pretty small because I don't want it to look a bit unbalanced. Though I still think it may look a bit unbalanced on this side. It looks like it kind of wants to topple over. I don't know. But as you can see, I made a balcony with trapdoors. And so that's kind of what we did here. And I'm going to show you how to make this. And it's like integrity. But there are a few things that you also need to know is that these pillars, they make it fit into it. It just kind of looks better because it just makes it look more supported. Because if it didn't have those, it would look as if it would just fall right back down the tree. Because it is not. It is way leaning on one side. And if it was not had those pillars in a real world, it would fall straight off that tree and be destroyed because of the giant fall off of a giant tree, which is not good. Now right here I am listing through the blocks that you are going to need, and it's basically just all jungle wood. Most of it, you'll just get it from just chopping down a bunch of trees. But this tree is going to be 4 large, which you can do, I don't know if you knew this, but you could do it just by planting 4 saplings on the ground. And this one is actually way bigger than the first one. It's like way taller. Don't know why. But how is this connected? How does this work? That's a very weird branch. What type of branch is that? That's very weird. But I'm going to just take out a few of those branches because this is about where I'm going to build the treehouse, and the branches and leaves, they don't fit well and they can just get in the way usually. So I'm just going to take away these branches just like this. So now we have a branchless tree, and this is about where I'm going to make it. I mean, it's okay, yeah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make kind of a base platform. Just a small platform on the ground. Or not on the ground, just on the tree. Now, the thing about this is that you can make it however big you want. I have a small platform right here. This is the platform size if you just kind of want it to be a platform, or you want the tree to not have a balcony. That type of, size. But it's up to you on what you want your size of your house, your tree house to be in. Now, this size, it's pretty small, but right now I'm going to have staircases at the end. So the only thing I'm saying is that however big yours is, I'd advise you to have staircases on the end of the blocks. Now, as you can see, I have a 3-block indent, which is, it's okay room. It's not the best, but it's not like horrible room. I made the other one way bigger, but I think that this is a little bit better. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, but not that much, because I think if it looks any bigger, it'll look a bit unbalanced, and it'll look like it would just fall straight off the tree, even with those pillars of support. So that's what I'm going to do. It's up to you on what you want to do with your tree house, because it's your tree house, not mine. But for my tree house, I'm just going to make a fairly big platform, not too big, but not too small either. And then, as I said, put staircases at the end, but upside down staircases, because it kind of just looks like a nice gradual decline or incline kind of at the bottom. So as you can see, in some of them you can meet them and some of them you can't. Like on this side I did not meet those two staircases, but on this side I put a staircase in the middle. It matters what you want to do. I don't really care, because no one's gonna go up, use their balcony, look over the edge, look off the cliff and do it. But this is the amount of space that I have in the first one. So I'm gonna try to do that type of a design, which is just kind of like a small circular room with stuff in it. So first I'm just going to put this type of a circle around the base tree, because you want to cover up the tree, because you're going to have the tree actually inside your house. Now, you're going to go up to 3 high, but not with these like planks. Do the 3rd height with just the logs, which is much, 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 much better. Now you may be wondering why it's better to have the logs right here. And I think it's better to have the logs right here to have a differential in color. Because right now, it just looks like this blank wood. And I want a different color just to set it apart. And also to give this building some depth. So that's what I'm going to do with this right here. It depends on what you want to do, as I said before many times, because it's not my treehouse, it's yours. But right now I'm just going to finish off these logs by putting it around in the circle around it. Now, you could do these two things. You can make it just a small thing out, or you can make it like a staircase out. Now I'm going to make it a small, just a 1 block off until it be a square, so that it's just a slight circle, and it also matches the lower down base deck. So this is what I have so far, and I'm going to knock out these 2 blocks, but first I'm going to put a roof up here. We still have a bit to go. We need to do the pillars, the roof, and you need to do the interior. But I don't know if I'm going to do that right now, because interiors are a very different thing. But right now I'm just going to put this type of a thing all around. You could put it in the diagonal parts. It's up to you. It kind of looks better with the diagonal parts, because right now it just kind of looks weird. It's up to you, though, what you want to do with that. But now I'm just going to add a few windows on the edges right here, but there aren't really the big walls to put windows in. So I'm going to put a window there, but there's open space right here. So then that was an accident, but I'm going to put a fence right there, and then put another window just right over here, but as I did on the other one, I'm going to put a fence right there just to finish it off. So now we have our place, and all we need is the doors to put over there, which I'm going to put in my inventory, and I'm actually going to put them inward facing. But you have a bit of space right here, and you have 2 doors to open, and it kind of looks nice because it just kind of looks like a small incropping. And you're also going to need a jungle wood pressure plate. I mean, you could need one, it's up to you, but it's really nice because if you put it in the middle of the 2 doors, they'll both open at the same time when you walk on the pressure plate, which is really fun to do when you're going outside. Now I'm going to get some trap doors of jungle wood, and I'm going to put them all at the edge on the balcony right here. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because it kind of looks like the edge of the balcony, and I'm putting a little wall right there, just so that it looks like no one's going to fall off the balcony, because no one wants to fall off the balcony. In real life, you would probably die, and in Minecraft, well, you would also probably die. But now I'm going to put these support pillars over here, to put them right here. I'm going to put them on this block right here, and maybe even just put one right there. and then I'm going to put those two, one out and two, just so that it has these two little supporting beams. It just looks a little bit better, and it looks like it's not going to topple over off the side of this tree, which is a really nice thing, because things in Minecraft, they really look way better when they look balanced, and like realistic. So that's what I'm doing. And you could put a few vines just up there, but I'm going to put a trap door right there. And also a bed would probably be really nice here, so I'm going to get a bed. Now, I made this place pretty short, and you can make actually a few of just these small pockets like on one really big tree, so that you have a bunch of stuff in it. I'm just going to show you how to make one, and then you can make a few more on the same tree if you want, if it's too small of a space. Now, we are done with both of them, and they both look pretty nice. Now, this one is smaller. It looks like it's not going to fall off the tree. It just kind of looks like it's there. This one looks bigger by quite a bit, actually, but it has a lot more space. And you could even put, if you really want to, a center pillar right over here, if you think that it looks a little off balance, or just it looks like it needs a bit more. But it does look kind of weird. Now, as you can see, I put one of these supporting pillars a little to the side. You may be wondering why, but it's so I do not obstruct this ladder or vine ladder to get up to the top. So that is why. But now I cannot apparently break these fence posts, and I'm going to replace the wood that I broke. But I think it's nice with just two supporting beams. But if you really, really made a big one, then I think you probably should make a third one, maybe even a fourth one. But that is how you make a treehouse in Minecraft.